Hello everyone, welcome to day 167 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. Starting as black here against an 1179, I'll play the Caro-Kann against e4. We get the exchange. Bishop out. Knight c6 looks good, but then I get pinned. I think I'll just go for knight c6. But I mean, if I took, they'd have discoveries winning the knight, so that actually... No, they wouldn't, but... They just defend. I can just play slowly. I could develop this knight first though, before pushing my e-pawn. I'll play e6 here. They just castle. I can't really develop this bishop, so I'll just play bishop d6 instead. This is a trapped piece, so eventually I'm gonna have to push. I think I'll actually set up the push with this bishop move. My knight gets pinned. If I push, I mean I can push and expand on this side of the board, which I don't mind. The bishop goes back. I think g5 is fine. I should probably take that bishop. g4 looks like a nice square for my knight, but it doesn't actually attack anything. I can't push at the moment. Could go here to attack the pawn. And if they push, I'd jump in to tempo the bishop. So I think I'll actually go for that. I want to free up this, but I can't. At the moment, I'd have to play these moves first. Oh, now they have the scuffed attacks on my knight, but if they did take, my knight would be defended, so this should be fine. I need to free up this bishop. I can't let it be trapped the whole game. I can't actually take, so that probably wasn't the greatest move. I think I'll need to bring my... I could just undevelop this knight. Try to go for this square. But I'm not actually sure. Long castling is probably my only option this game, but my king would just be weak, I think. This game. I think I just developed the queen. This knight can't really develop anywhere at the moment, so I'm looking at push, but it's only defended twice. And it's attacked 3 times. I could go for a pin. I could push, but then the knight takes. Just slide the bishop up and... Long castles looks very weird in this position, but I don't see what else I'd have. I mean, long castles actually keeps this defended, but then they can add pressure. And that would actually be pinned, so... If I long castle, I have this move to tempo the queen, but then the queen just moves. I mean, long castling just does not look good here. But neither does short castling into this bishop, so... Long castles. I'll go for long castles. I could bring my rook to the e file and then push. The knight jumps in. It's a good move. It's threatening to go after my queen, also threatening to take the bishop. I think I can just go after the queen first. Maybe jump in here. I mean, tempoing the queen is always a good move. If the queen moves up, I can always drop back to try and trade it off. And queen needs to move. I mean, queen here and I can't really attack it. Queen up to hit the knight. I'm happy to trade the knight off. This move is just bad. It just loses a pawn, so I'll just go back. They can take the bishop and then put pressure on the knight. But I should be able to bring my queen back. My knight's actually pinned, so this would be a huge blunder. Or actually, if I go here, and if they took, I could recapture. Here if they take, we just take. A queen trade's okay, especially for me. Oh, I do lose a pawn. With a fork. Which rook do I move? I mean, this is also a check, but doesn't do anything at the moment. I want my rook on the e-file very much. And that just blunders a fork. Terrible move. I mean, it was already a fork anyway, so they probably have this bishop moving now. I have to take with the rook because if not, there's a fork with the bishop almost. I'll take with the king and then bring this knight back. My opponent's up an exchange and up a pawn, so trying to jump in here. I mean, I'm only worried about them coming here and I can't really stop it. I could play this knight move, which actually sets up my knight for... It undevelops my bishop, but... Not undevelops, it doesn't allow my bishop to move, but prevents this knight jump. Which then blunders a fork. I mean, I don't have any sacrifices or anything. I can save one piece. It just blunders this. I'm gonna end up losing this pawn. Unless I play this. And so they can just double up. And threaten to win material. I need to defend this square. Bring the bishop up. So my opponent's up 2 exchanges and 2 pawns. 6 points of material. I still have 3 pieces on the board, but so do they. And they have 2 rooks. And I don't have any rooks. I should probably develop my king. They can't really double up on this bishop, so... I would like to play bishop e6 to skewer the pawn, but it doesn't work. They pin the knight. I can kick the rook again. The rook goes up. My knight is pinned, so can't even move at the moment. I am seeing that the rook is almost trapped, but I don't really see how I could win it. These squares are very unsafe for the rook. And it can't really move. They can defend the rook, but I mean, I still have this move. Forcing the rook to move away. And could even play the skewer now. Winning a pawn, which I think I will do. Maybe I could actually make an outside pass pawn with this. If they go here, I could push, but then they decide just to sacrifice the rook. I mean, it's actually a good move because I lose both my pieces. And my knight, so I lose my pieces and my knight, so I lose all pieces. That's just really, really annoying. I have no move, so yeah, I just resign here. Let's look at this game. I played with an 82, my opponent played with a 92. I had 2 mistakes. I played like a 1650, they played like a 1900. So I played the Caro-Kann. Knight c6 is good. Knight f6 is fine. e6 is okay, but it's always best to just develop the bishop first. I didn't have to play bishop f5, I could have pinned the knight, so I should have just gone for the pin. Then bishop d6. I should have actually gone queen b8 to attack the pawn, which would win a rook. Or at least win 2 pawns after the knight moved. Trading's okay, I'm actually supposed to go out, force the bishop to take. Knight h5 forces a trade. The best move is to just play bishop takes d6 and I'd have nice pressure. I'd like this position. They'd have to play g3 to stop my knight coming in, but that would then allow my bishop to... Yeah, knight to h5 is a bad move. It just doesn't do anything for me. They never have to push. It kind of takes the piece out of the game. And I think queen f6 was weak as well. It doesn't do much. Long castle is actually good. Tempo the queen is wrong, because it just allows them tempo on my own knight. And so I should have calculated that this just simply loses to a fork if they take on f7. And then I did give them a fork. With the bishop. I go down another exchange. The rook can take on c6 here. And this was a bad bishop move because the rooks are just pressuring me so much. And here I'm just completely lost. No matter what happens, I'm down 11 points of material. I'm not gonna win this game. There's just no way. They'd have to literally blunder the knight. But they'd still be completely winning. So I was definitely going to lose this endgame anyway, but I think my worst moves were tempo in the queen, which just lets them develop further into my position, and also this queen trade, which actually lost material, which I missed. I played a very bad game, but that's it for today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.